What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about the Black Ops 6 beta, how to get free codes, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and as a reminder, there's the brand new Deadshot Daiquiri Collector's Box over at Control Freak. You get some nice thumbsticks in the package and a real life-size Deadshot Daiquiri can. I'll show you on screen so you can see how it looks. You can use code DYNAMITE to save 10% off any order over at Control Freak, including for this new Deadshot package. You also get a free in-game charm, which is a Deadshot can. But with that, there's also plenty of brand new article coverage going up on DETONATED.com. For those who want to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 3, had a lot of coverage going up these past few days for Season 5, and for those who want to read up a bit more on Black Ops 6. Now, as we reported a few days ago, we're less than 100 days away from the full launch of Black Ops 6, and we're actually not that far off, about a month and some change from the COD Next event, which is going to premiere on August 28th. I'm thankful to have been invited to the event in Washington, D.C., where I'll be live from a venue, streaming multiplayer and zombies. Not sure what's going on with Warzone, because I know the previous two COD Next events, we got to play the new Warzone map, Al Mazrah and then Urzikstan. Let's see what happens on the Warzone front, but there still will be at least some pretty cool coverage of the various menus, MP, and zombies live here on my channel, and I'll be posting quite a bit over on Detonated's Twitter, as well as writing some articles for the website. But considering that the Black Ops 6 beta does go live 2 days after COD Next, that means I do have a little bit of time to get home after DC and get a stream prepared for day 1 of the beta. Unfortunately, with the last two COD Next events, I was in the process of flying home as day 1 began, so I wasn't able to stream the first day of either the MW2 or 3 betas. But considering the start of the beta on August 30th, I'm gonna guess that we'll see a multiplayer trailer the week of COD Next, maybe not during the event itself, maybe a couple of days before the event is streamed, because I'm sure they want to get the trailers out the way a bit early, similar to what we saw for MW3. MW2 was a bit different, where they did everything in one day, but considering MW3 had us jump right into the game as the event began, I'm sure that means that marketing such as trailers will end up dropping a bit before that. But the early access window of the beta is August 30th, beginning at 10 a.m. Pacific, and will conclude September 4th at 10 a.m. Pacific. That'll be available on all platforms, but for those who pre-ordered. The open beta for those that did not pre-order, or for those that aren't subbed to Xbox Game Pass, because again, Game Pass also gives you early access to the beta, that begins September 6th at 10 a.m. Pacific, and that will conclude September 9th at 10 a.m. Pacific. Funny enough, about, I want to say 9 days after the beta ends, Season 6 reportedly will begin for MW3, so we're going to be kept busy for the rest of the year, really. There's so much going on nearly every other week, which is fantastic. But as a reminder as well, during the entirety of the Black Ops 6 beta, crossplay will be enabled. We're not going to be seeing any type of console exclusivity whatsoever, and this is the first beta in Call of Duty history where you don't see one weekend dedicated to PlayStation, whereas the other weekend would be for crossplay. But just so fans are aware, if you do go ahead and pre-order the Vault Edition of Black Ops 6, you will get access to all of that Vault Edition content during the duration of the beta. Now, I'm not saying that confirms a Zombies beta or anything, because I'm aware that there's a Gobblegum pack in the Vault Edition. That would be cool to see some type of limited access to Zombies, but I doubt we're going to see that. I think at most we just have content creators playing it at COD Next and then talking about their impressions for a little while. I'll of course provide mine as well. But when it comes to the multiplayer front, you'll get access to the 4 exclusive operator skins. You have one there for Park, one for Adler, then we got Brutus and Klaus. There's also 5 Mastercrafts that you can use during the beta, which I think is going to give players a heavy advantage. The last 2 multiplayer betas for MW2 and 3, you were able to use the weapon vaults as a part of the various vault editions, so that was cool. But these Mastercrafts are going to be even crazier. I think it'll mark the first beta where you can use actual Mastercrafts and Tracer weapons, so that's going to be wild. And on top of that, I know the Vault Edition also features Season 1's Battle Pass, the Black Cell Pass that is. Obviously, you can't use any of that until Season 1 releases, which I'm guessing is going to be towards the end of November, maybe even before Thanksgiving. Now, you guys are probably already aware that to play the early access portion of the BO6 beta, you either have to pre-order the game to get a code, or if you pre-order digitally, it'll just automatically let you in. Or alternatively now, and for the first time ever, you could be subscribed to Xbox Game Pass to get early access to the beta and access to the game day 1. Now, specifically, you have to have Game Pass Ultimate to gain this ability, or Game Pass PC. If you have Xbox Game Pass Console, but you don't have Game Pass Core, then you cannot play online for the launch of Black Ops 6. You'll be limited to just campaign. But if you upgrade your Game Pass Console subscription, then that tier, once it has Game Pass Core, will let you play the beta during the early access window. Now, you guys probably saw the news recently that they're going to actually combine Game Pass Console and Game Pass Core into what is going to be called Game Pass Standard. Not sure when that's going to roll out. I believe some point in September. So if you guys have Game Pass Standard, entered, you'll be able to play the beta as well. Essentially, all tiers will give you access to the Black Ops 6 beta. Now, what's fantastic to hear is that a couple of days ago, Activision did confirm they're going to be giving away 50,000 Black Ops 6 beta codes during this Sunday's CDL Champs broadcast. So if you go ahead and link your Call of Duty and YouTube accounts together, as you would normally do for competitive, since you could of course get drops while watching CDL, if you go ahead and do that for Champs and you watch for a minimum of 60 minutes, that's an hour by the way, then that is how you enter in this sweepstakes to potentially get your hands on a free beta code. But there's also opportunities when you've been watching for 90 minutes, then 120, so on and so forth, and you'll be entered in that pool of that 50,000 beta code giveaway. I'm sure they'll kind of split this up evenly where thousands are being given away at each milestone, but you do have a pretty high chance of getting one, especially if you have the stream up the entire time from start to finish, and as codes start being given away, you do have a good chance of getting one, so definitely give this a shot if you don't currently plan on pre-ordering the game, or if you don't currently plan on subscribing to Xbox Game Pass. Again, you do have to connect your YouTube and Activision accounts. This video is being posted early Saturday morning before, I think it's day 3 of Champs. Obviously, day 4 is Finals, so that's when codes are being given away during the Finals. Now, COD Champs and the Finals for Champs will begin at 12 o'clock Pacific, which is 3 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully that is really clear, because this is a massive way to get your hands on a free beta code, especially if you don't plan on pre-ordering the game at all. Now, another free method to getting your hands on a Black Ops 6 beta code could potentially be during COD Next. I think there's a very high chance that something similar to COD Champs happens during Next, where thousands of codes are given away for free for those that are logged into, let's say, their YouTube and Twitch accounts during the duration of the COD Next broadcast. If you're logged into YouTube or Twitch and you have your accounts linked to your Activision, then I believe there'll be a high chance that we'll see drops similar to what's going to be happening this Sunday, and maybe after watching for a certain period of time, you're entered for a chance to win a free beta code. I think considering that there's crossplay during weekend 1, there's also a high chance that Call of Duty gives away another set of like 25,000 codes, let's say, for those that, let's say, retweet the tweet that they put out. If the tweet hits a certain amount of milestones, there could also be an opportunity where for free on their website, you can claim at least 1 free code, or maybe 2, one that you can share with a friend. There could be opportunities like that nonetheless. Now, if you guys choose not to pre-order and don't get lucky with the free code from Champs, and maybe you don't win a code with the potential COD Next offering, then the last 2 years in a row, I was given a good amount of beta codes from Activision, special thanks to them. So if that happens yet again with Black Ops 6, I'll be doing a big giveaway live on stream. I'll put a raffle up and put everybody's names in, and then we'll see who wins from there, fair and square. I could have Nightbot go ahead and pick a winner from chat, and I'll also give away a code on Twitter here and there. I'll have Detonated post some over on the website and over in some of their tweets. So I'll be giving away codes in a variety of different ways to make things fair for everybody. And regardless if I get sent codes or not from the studio, there's also the opportunity to go on eBay, and I know this won't be free, but I'll be able to maybe pick up a good batch of codes for, you know, 10, 20 bucks. People usually sell codes for like $1 or $2 on eBay or other websites, so if you guys do want to spend a couple bucks for a code, that's another way you can get one as well. But there's also been this promo, I think for several years for Call of Duty through Xfinity, where if you have Xfinity service, I don't know if it's just internet or if it could be TV, Xfinity customers and in certain legible locations could also get a free beta code or 2, sometimes even up to 3. So that can also be a promo later this year for Black Ops 6, which again, I'll make a follow-up video about if that is something that happens. But apart from Xfinity, there's also a possibility that a different company offers a promo like this, where if you're a customer of, let's say, a phone brand, for example, or something else, they can also email you a beta code if they are affiliated with Call of Duty. But to end this video, I do want to mention that there's likely going to be several different rewards during the Black Ops 6 beta. These likely won't be announced until the week of COD Next. They'll end up being a blog post talking more about how Next is going to be structured and what to expect when it comes to the beta. In one of those blog posts, I'm sure they'll end up revealing some of the rewards you can get by playing weekends 1 and 2. Could be rewards like calling cards, charms, emblems, maybe even an operator skin, a blueprint, overall some rare cosmetics that you can only earn while playing the beta, either in weekend 1 or 2, or hell, even both. You gotta hit a certain level or a certain milestone during the beta to get those rewards, of course, but definitely look forward to some unlockables or cosmetics that, again, will end up being rare once the full game rolls around, since the only way you could have got those rewards is by playing it early. Now, I will end this video with this. If you're wondering what maps or weapons could be featured during the beta, I know I talked about operators earlier in this video. I made separate individual videos here on the channel talking about every operator, weapon, and map that we know of so far. So I'll have those videos linked down below. Definitely check them out, because any map or weapon from those videos could be featured in the actual beta. And I think it's obvious that for operator selection, you'll probably see your most popular characters like Adler and Park, considering that there's Vault Edition skins for them. If that's not the case, then I guess the only way to play as those fan favorites will be through owning the Vault Edition. But I'm sure they'll also put an emphasis on some of the more popular and newer characters in BO6, like Troy Marshall, or maybe even Stone, who was a fan favorite back during Black Ops Cold War. So definitely expect anything from those videos to be featured during the limited access of the beta. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on everything we know so far about the Black Ops 6 beta, how to get your hands on a free code, plus everything else we discussed? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.